Okay, hi guys. Just wanted to give you a little something that if you didn't remember a couple of things about our two-dimensional shapes, this might help you out a little bit. So this is stuff for your granny's garden one, the one where you're designing a garden for grandma. Um, and so the first week, all you had to do was draw me your shapes and give me your dimensions. So for example, if you were going to give me a rectangle and tell me that this was a 3x5, that's fine. That's all you had to do for the first week of this assignment. Okay, was just do the drawing with the 5 shapes and then draw your dimensions on there. Okay, now for the second week of the project, you were asked to find the perimeter and the area for each one of your shapes, and then you had to find a cost for soil. Okay, so let's talk about some of our shapes here. Okay, so we've got a square. Okay, and we're going to look at area. I'm going to put the area formulas over here. So remember, here's our lovely little square. Okay, all sides are the same on a square, and so this is either going to be length times width or base times height. Okay, whichever one you want to do with that. Now, we also talked about a rectangle. So we've got a rectangle. Area for that is going to be length width, which is also base height. Okay. Now, the next shape that kind of went along with that was a parallelogram. Remember, that one was kind of a rectangle that was squished over a little bit. Okay. Now, one of the things that you have to do, or that you have to have for the parallelogram, is you need this height. Okay. You need to have that height on the inside. Perimeters on any of these is just going to be adding around the shape. Okay. For parallelogram, you need base height. That's your base. There's your height in green. Okay. Or what I have marked in green. Now, next shape that you may have used is a triangle. Okay. Now, with the triangle, you may have opted to use a right triangle like this. That's fine. Or you may have opted to use like an equilateral triangle where all the sides are the same. If you did this, you need to have that height line again, because the area formula for this is 1/2 base height. In a right triangle, here's your base, there's your height. In this triangle, my base is down here, my height is that one in there. Okay, so we had those. Now, a couple of other shapes that you could have used that we discussed in class, okay, before we went on break, okay, was we did discuss trapezoids. Okay, and with our trapezoid, most of y'all traditionally did these, okay, where these out two sides were the same. That's fine. We did have a base 1 and a base 2 on this one. And again, you're gonna need that height right there, okay? Because our area formula for this is 1/2 height, base 1 plus base 2, okay? And then the last shape that we covered in class was a rhombus, okay? And remember that the rhombus was kind of like a square that had been pushed on an angle, okay? Now, with this, we had a diagonal 1 and we had a diagonal 2. Now, with this, okay, you have to remember that we did have, and I'm trying to do this in some color here, okay, we did have this little right triangle thing that would have been going on like right here, okay? And I zoomed it out here, okay, where this is half a diagonal 1 and half a diagonal 2. Now, area formula for this was 1/2 D1, D2. Now, again, with these, we usually had to do like a Pythagorean theorem to either get this outside edge. All 4 edges are the same, or we had to do it to get one part of either our green or our purple. So hopefully this helps out a little bit if you we're needing to remember how to get your formulas for your areas of your 2D shapes.